What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk to you about Hologram. I want to go over some of the current data points, break it down on what just came out associated to the company itself, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. Starting off, Hologram is up 3.61%, 8.02 million shares being traded, 21.3 is the average. So looking right over here, you do see institutions once again overlooking Hologram. Last transaction being done on the 20th, that is above $100,000 on the secondary market. Capital is waiting for some substance from the company, so a catalyst, something along those lines, because the last news that did come out right here was on February the 7th, and that's basically what kickstarted everything. When it comes to a momentum play such as Hologram, you need that capital. So kind of just stuck between a rock and a hard place, if that makes sense. But if we do look at their financials, so just their balance sheet, they have 17.8 million in cash and cash equivalents and are burning through roughly around 800,000 from their operations. So their balance sheet does look generally good. But when I did my last video on the 18th, it was down 20%. And at the time, there was no news, no SEC filings to really match that. Based on the volume and everything, it was a very clear indication that insiders were selling. But funny enough, though, there was this document that was submitted yesterday. So these are all the filings to the SEC. So yesterday in the morning, there was a 6K and also a prospectus. They go hand in hand. But in this document, it does say on June 18th, 2024. So this single-handedly is why the company sold off. And funny enough, it kind of shows insiders selling. So I was kind of right, but this is kind of very much against the law, the fact that insiders were acting on non-public information at the time. But still, beside the point, what can you expect from a Chinese company? So obviously take that with a grain of salt. But this is 28 million in notes, convertible notes. And so in this document, this is a very big red flag. As I've brought up time and time again, I like to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Sometimes ugly hurts. As far as to the best of my ability, I like to be as optimistic as possible. So in the past, when I've said, you know what, Hologram needs this to go up, but in the past it's proven that it can go up and blah, blah, blah. I like to be optimistic, right? But this is literally one of the biggest red flags. So 28 million and subtracting, I guess, the discount and whatever else, I think they're going to net, 24 million, something like that. I could be off, but you guys get what I'm saying. So 24 million adding to their current cash reserves, they have a lot. So hopefully they do plan on doing something of substance with that. But as of right now, there's been nothing, no earnings, nothing to really kind of insinuate what their plan is, bigger picture. All speculation, and institutions will not get in based on speculation, regrettably. But even beside the point, let's say you think that this is a good deal, adding 24 million and whatever else. Shorts know this, and shorts now have a target, because the lower the price, the more the shares are issued. So it is extremely damaging. What the market likes to call this is loan sharks. Essentially, this is the modern day loan sharks. So it does have or cap the entities at 9.99%. So this is exactly what does happen. They will convert their preferable shares, so they get the 9.9, sorry for my crappy writing right here, and then they will sell their shares and then issue more to get it back to that 9, sell, and rinse and repeat. So obviously that is very damaging on the stock itself, because it will constantly add selling pressure time and time again. And if you think that I am wrong, I can almost guarantee you there is many stocks that I do cover, some of which are even on this channel alone, that this happened exactly. And for those of you that are curious, Faraday Future is the most recent one that's going to be going belly up sooner rather than later. And they have this exact same clause in there, except the only difference is they were struggling to find kind of investors, so they did have to raise this from 9 to, I think it was 19.99%. But still, beside the point, this is absolutely horrific. The fact that they are adding all of this, it kind of just goes to show that I think the company is just in for themselves. And plus, even if you look back, this is something that they've recently done, right? They're taking advantage of all this hype and really screwing over shareholders. That's just my own opinion, of course. You guys do whatever floats your boat, and I'm sure a lot of people really do like Hologram because it was a good chance of a massive squeeze, and plus, like I said in the past, is proven itself that it can go up very insanely high. So I'm not discrediting that. It could still have another squeeze in the foreseeable future, because right now even shorts are doubling the hell down. But with that recent prospectus and the convertible notes, that is probably going to be the death to Hologram. Again, I might be kind of overdoing it a little bit, but at the same time, I'm not. I can always do a dedicated video all about that and how exactly it is damaging, but yeah, just it's bad if you consider it that way. But still, mind you, looking at shorts though, 69,000 shares are being increased, 59.83% of the free float is being shorted, 2.35 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost of borrow average is a little bit higher than yesterday or the last trading day, so 19.47, and then utilization 95.93. Last time it did squeeze, it was roughly around the 60% range. So again, just to give you maybe some optimism, that could potentially be on the table. But now shorts, knowing this, they will try to bring it down so much more, because when these investors try to convert initially, what is going to happen is a massive amount of dilution. So not only is there going to be massive amounts of dilution, which will result in further downward pressure on the actual stock, but shorts are going to have a complete fun day, because they actually don't really need to do all that much. They just need to maintain their position, and the stock itself and the insiders, by converting those preferred shares, are going to bring the stock down just by itself. So it's a very, very damaging thing, like I said, but hopefully with the company having this amount of cash on hand, they will be able to do something good. But again, we don't know what the company is thinking or anything. So let me know your thoughts on Hologram. Give yourself a shout out. Have you been buying? Have you been selling? Or what is your overall thoughts with Hologram? And when it comes down to these notes, what do you think that they are intending on doing with all of this cash? Is there something of substance that you think there's going to be like an acquisition in the foreseeable future? Most likely they allude to something in here. It's 24 pages. I kind of just read the first couple. Probably they do state just more operational, day-to-day business, the kind of standard stuff, but I don't know. What's your thoughts? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And one final thing, take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it, and they give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Take advantage of this. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.